So to me, philosophy is the art of thinking for yourself. And I think the default position is you sort of believe what your culture tells you, what your parents tell you. And when you discover philosophy, you realize that, it's an option to step back from what you've always been told and to really question things. And there's a method for coming up with better and worse answers.
Philosophy is investigating these wonderful, very important, significant questions. How should I live my life? What's the best way to live my life? What's the nature of good and evil, and how do I know what the right thing to do is?
And basically the goal of philosophy is to apply certain kinds of rigorous methods and be very careful about the language that you're using. And in doing so, we hope to solve what would otherwise look like very difficult problems.
Philosophy, there are no domains, and everybody has a different view, and you get to not only hear it, but you understand it. And I feel like that's great going into politics or being a lawyer, because you'll be able to think outside the box. You won't be stuck.
In everything you do, you are dealing with philosophy, whether, we're just talking about things or when you're trying to reason about things.
The capability of taking complex information, reading it, understanding it, and then to be able to explain it clearly to somebody else is an extremely valuable skill, no matter what direction you might go in your career.
So in other disciplines, what you're going to learn is major specific information. In philosophy, what you're going to come away with is not information. You're going to come away with a method for approaching problems. And that's why our majors do so well.
I think philosophy is amazing, and more people should get into it, as far as even just learning about it in high school. And I had a little bit of high school, and now in college, elementary school, if they can understand it. But I feel like we should have it, because the whole grounds of it is teaching you other people's views, and not only teaching you other people's views, but going from it from an objective standpoint.
Turns out that philosophy majors do very well in the job market, and one reason that we do very well in the job market is exactly this kind of precision and care in language that people really value. If you have to write a memo, you've got one page to do it, to express some very important ideas very clearly, you better be very careful with your language.
Some of our graduates here at Western have gone on to teach philosophy at other colleges. Some of them have gone to law school, so we have very successful attorneys who are graduates in philosophy. Some of them go on into the business world, in insurance, in technology. We have philosophy majors who have gone on and been very successful in those areas as well.
The strength of our department is the faculty. We have faculty members who are very sharp, very good teachers. They're teachers really first, before they are researchers. We do, of course, research and publishing, but principally our craft is teaching philosophy.
One of the other advantages is that with a smaller department like we have, our faculty get to know our students well. And so when we have majors, we know who they are, and they spend time in our offices and get the personal attention that you may not get in a larger department or a larger school.
I was drawn in by the amazing staff of professors that they have. I think coming to Western is great because of the staff, right? Because of how not only amazing they are, but how they're willing to listen to the ideas you have and to kind of help you along so you can better understand the topics you're covering.
Well, one of the things that makes for a successful attorney is the ability to argue well. And every class in philosophy emphasizes those argumentative skills, the critical thinking skills, that in turn provide an opportunity for success. First, on the LSAT, the exam that is needed to take to get into law school. Philosophy majors have the highest average score on the LSAT among all common majors for law school.
The way they set up the pre-law, the requirements, it really makes me feel like a well-rounded person. I don't just get, I don't get too many metaphysical classes. I get stuff that I can full on use today.